Welcome again to another episode in the BigLeash introduction to the remote trainer. This little fella, a little girl, her name is Ginger, isn't it? But we don't use the name very much. Ginger is a Brittany Spaniel, one of these little dogs which is very, very busy. She's a hunting dog. She loves to hunt. She loves to use her nose. She's very fast. But what I want to do with her is to be able to drop the leash and maybe even take the leash off. We'll see how she responds to us. She knows the come on. She knows the here. She knows the sit when she wants to know it. Don't you? But she is a very busy girl. You know, people say to me, when can I let the leash off? And I say to them, when the dog is ready. When you get in the responses from the dog, but do it in very, very small stages. First of all, you might drop the leash. Second, you might use a shorter leash. Third, you might leave the collar on and take the leash off. This one's a slip leash, I've got to take the whole thing off. And then you only do it in short bursts, and remember to keep them close, because often control comes from being close to you. If they're not close to you, they feel they can get away with things. So a dog which will return from 10, 15 yards may not return from 20, 25 yards. It's all related to distance. A dog that will sit at your feet doesn't always want to sit when it's even a yard away, 2 yards away. It wants to come and sit by your feet because that's the right thing to do. So be aware of this and be forgiving a little bit. Go and work towards what you really want to achieve, but it's all small steps. So I'm going to take her out. I'm going to let her just run about. I'm going to do a little bit of dressage first and then drop the leash, and then I'm going to see if I can keep her close, bring her up to me. Now, she sometimes does silly things when she comes into you. Sometimes she'll come in and do a little spin. It's a real fun little thing for her. I'll see if I can stop it with the collar because we don't want that. And we can take it from there. It's going to be interesting. Isn't it, Ginger? And you can see she's more focused on cats, lizards, birds, anything at all. Getting her attention is not always easy. Okay? Good. And first of all, as I say, I'm going to do a little bit of dressage with her. Come on. Come on. Come on. Now that I think is a little too high. I'm going to go back to down to a lower level even than I was on before. Come on. Good. Very good. And I'm going to drop while she's running. Not let her go too far. Come on. Come on. And I'm not worried about this. This is what I want from this dog. I wanted a quarter. Come on. Remember, she's a hunting dog. She's a pointing dog. I wanted a quarter in front of me. Come on. Here. Sit. Good girl. All right, so let me take this off now. Sometimes I'll wrap the leash around their necks, but this dog gets a little bit concerned about things around her neck, believe it or not the e-collar. But if there's something flapping, she doesn't like it. Are you ready? Here, here. Sit. See what I mean, that little flick? It's rather cute, really. You ready? Come on. Come on. Come on, come on. Come on. Come on. With this dog, I can even start to get the whistle. If I want to teach her to the whistle, I can say, come on, peep, peep, and then get her turning across me. Let's bring her in. Here. Sit. Good girl. Very nice. That's my girlie. Are you ready again? Hey, hey, hey. Seacon. Good. Come on. Often when you've got a quick dog like this, you get a little bit panicky because you think they're going to run away from you. But if you've introduced the collar correctly and used the leash and done it in short, hey, hey, bursts, then here's your invisible leash. Here's your control. Here's your communicator. It's not a punishment. You can see she's pretty happy. Now she's having a little look at the donkey and the horse. Let me just introduce another little command here. Leave it. Very good. Come on. Notice how I'm tapping at each one. She's a dog that says, make me. Tell me, what do you want? Don't give her a command that time, just tap her on the collar because she knows what I want. At this stage, I want her moving, working, trying to find any piece of quail that's on the ground maybe, or bird, and she'll come on point. That's a good girl. Whoa, whoa. Got an itch? Come on. Here. Good. Sit. Good. Notice I say she comes in, spins and jumps at you. At first she would jump to chest height and she'd knock into you. So what I'm doing is I'm using the collar with a little verbal warning. That time I didn't have to use the collar. I just use my voice. She comes in and says, I sit in front of you. I just give her one more little hunt up. Then we'll pop her back on the leash, if I can find it. It's over there. Okay, and then we'll take it from there. Are you ready? I get her to look at me. Seacon. Good. Very good. Come on, come on. Before she gets stuck on a scent that I don't want her to get stuck on, I pull her off of it. Come on. I wish she had a tail. I'm sure it'd be wagging and flagging. The tail has been taken off right at the stump, and sometimes it's very difficult to read when they're like that. Okay, come on. And that's enough in this hot weather. Here. Good girl. You sit. There's your spin. It's rather fun, really, isn't it? It used to be spin and hit you in the chest, but now it's not. That's a very good girl. Yes, that's a very good girl. Lovely. So there you have a very, very fast dog, very fit dog, a sporting dog. This dog wants to go out and hunt, but I'm just tapping her, talking to her, showing her what's required, trying to get her into the right pattern. And at the moment, because she's done things nice, I'm not worrying too much about the pulling. I'm not using the collar. We can teach if we wanted to heel in a different way, but I wanted her to get comfortable with being off leash, coming back to me. And it's again 3-4 minutes, short bursts. It's a hot day today, but I wanted to remember this, go back in the kennel, go back to her crate, lay down and go, oh, that was good. That guy, Uncle Martin's all right. I really enjoyed that. And every time that tap came and I turned, he looked at me and laughed and smiled, and it was just what we were wanting. And if I'm out in the hunting field and I say, come on this way, and she finds a bird, I am God. Good girl.